How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Quebec Nordiques franchise mode. Canadians only, we're on episode 15. After a really good playoff run for our first ever playoff run last season, we are looking to push back into a playoff spot, and we have this team going into it. We lost a huge piece. Now, we lost Barrett Hayton, but we brought in Brandon Hagel, who's 31. He's got 3 more years left on his contract at 6.5. He's cheaper than Hayton would have been, about the same overall. Our top six stays the same otherwise, except McLeod moves in over Crosby. Crosby's staying. He dropped it overall, but he's on the third line with Cristal and Richie, two young players playing with Sidney Crosby. And then we have the same fourth line we had last season. Defense is the same except for Thompson being up here. Scratched, we have Greer and Desnoyers. Uh, we are going to go look for a defenseman. That's one thing I need to do, and our goaltending. We took a huge loss. We lost Devin Levi, but I think it was worth it not having to pay him 9 mil, 7 years, and be on a no movement clause. Especially when we have Jack Ivankovich, who's only 22 years old. He's already 80 overall medium elite. Now, Ravensburgen's a little better. I went and checked. Ravensburgen's better. Dag is worse. He's down to a starter at 79, whilst Ravensburgen is a medium elite at 84. If Ivankovich could get some good growth this season, I think that he definitely could look to be one of the goaltenders of the future for us. But at this moment, it's a bit of a step back, but that is fine. We have to build out this team. Now, I did go and look, and there's one thing that I think our team needs. It's another goaltender. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do this right now, but if there is an option to do it right now, there's two ways to do it, and LA has the first option. It is Carter George. So if I go down to goaltenders here, we look. They have Kochetkov on a no trade clause. He's 86, and they're paying him almost $9 million. I'm not sure if it's a no trade clause throughout. No, he has a modified no trade after. They have Trevaden. Trevaden. Not sure how to say that completely. We cannot go get him because he's a Finn, but he's making league minimum. They're gonna have to pay him, which is why they would want to get rid of Carter George, who's an 84, making 5 mil for the next 3 seasons. I don't mind that at all, especially with Ivankovich coming up. I feel like also he's younger. He could also grow. He could be our safety net. Now, if Ivankovich grows more than him, we have a secondary option to where we might end up with 3 goaltenders at the end of the season. And that next season would be a huge move on whether or not which goaltenders we keep and which ones we don't keep. Adin Hill. He is 84, so he's 1 overall higher than Montembeault. He's a little older. That's fine for me. He's making 4.675 for 1 more season. So we don't have to worry about money after this season. So I think if we're going to go with Adin Hill, it's a deadline move. We'll see how he's playing. He had a 917 last year with a 2.68. This is more of a team stat. 36-24 is 6th. They're a seller team now. Vegas isn't as good as they were. He definitely played better, I think, than what you would think a team like a seller would do. I'm not sure how good this Vegas team looks on paper. Here with, oh yeah, of course, because the broken past things. Eichel, Barbashev, I mean, they still have Eichel and Barbashev, Theodore as well, but it kind of falls down after that. Very even team, but I think they're definitely paying a lot to a lot of players who probably aren't producing to what they want. They're paying Eichel 12, so they're paying Hurdle a lot, Lucas Reichel, Hannafin, Theodore. Now, if Shea Theodore wasn't 34 years old, wasn't a no movement clause, wasn't making 7 mil, that would be such a great defenseman to go get if our decor wasn't also just stacked as it is at the moment. But the great thing about this team right now is we have 9.475. So that 5 mil and that 4 mil don't really concern me near the deadline. So if I look, we got Montembeault, who our goaltenders are very cheap. We are not paying at all for our goaltending. Montembeault's an 83 at the moment. and we're paying him 1.5 for one more season at 32. So Aiden Hill's only a year older. Marc-Andre Fleury is making more for 2 seasons, but he's more of an AHL guy to help Beckman. Ivan Kovic is making 1 mil for one more season. I think going to get an extension on Ivan Kovic at the moment, seeing what that looks like, seeing what maybe some other extensions look like if we can give them out, might be the move. So let's look. We don't have to worry about DuPont for the next 2 seasons, which is perfect. We have Shabbat's money coming off the books, McLeod's money coming off the books. Shabbat might be the guy who moves because Spence is only 28. Let's see. We got Newhook's money coming off the books. Crosby and Barron. Now Crosby's making 6 mil. He's not going to be making 6 mil next year. I could see him retiring after this season. Belt's just going to have to get paid as well. Cristal, Richie, extensions for those guys. Desnoyers, an extension. I'm actually going to see what's Desnoyers look like. 1.1. So, not really any growth. So now, Montembeault, if we look at an extension, we can't. I forgot about that. We signed him this offseason. So we can't look at an extension until, I think it's after December. So if we go here to goaltending, Ivan Kovic is the guy we wanted to look at. Just under a mil. So that concerns me just a little bit, but also it doesn't. If we move it to 8, he's looking for 1.5. I don't want to glitch the system. I'm going to let Ivan Kovic play until the trade deadline, and we will look at an Ivan Kovic extension at the deadline. Give him like 2 to 3 seasons at a cheaper salary, and then if he doesn't pan out, we can move him very easily, and if he does pan out, then it's perfect. It's cheaper for a couple seasons before we have to pay him, and then Carter George would be kind of a great asset if he doesn't pan. So we'll see how we're at the trade deadline. Other than that, it's team goals that I have to go through, and look, I'm not going to do a preseason game. We are going to head straight to the regular season, to our first game, and then, yeah, we'll hopefully, we hope that this season goes as good as last season. We make the playoffs. In the top 3 of our division, we were second last time. I could see us being a wild card team without Devin Levi, unless one of our goalies majorly steps up, and that would be awesome if they did. So, I'll go set the team goals, and then we'll be back with the first game of the year. Alright, I'm back. Now, one thing before we get into season goals, I put out Sammy play for Desnoyers. I want to give Desnoyers one little bit more of a shot. If Richie isn't showing up to the cause, Desnoyers might take over for Richie, and we might have to move Richie. Other way around, I don't know how it's going to work out completely, especially since these guys, he's 22, top 6, right? 24, top 6. Cristal, 24, top 6. Those are guys that I want to really have a good season so that they could grow. This one, 22, 74. I might end up moving out Cameron Schmidt. Riley Height, 24, top 6, 79. Height just might not be the guy who pans out. Aitchison looks like he could pan out 22.78. Verhoff looks like he could pan out 21.77, top 4. Other than that, Bilecki looks good as well. I think he could be a really good depth guy. But other than that, right now, I'm really happy with how we're sitting in terms of this forward spot at the moment. So here are our goals. Now, I will do forwards, and then I'll do defensemen. Now, I'm being a little strategic. I went with a bit more younger guys. Now, I know Stankoven isn't entirely young. He is still 26. He still has that medium. He doesn't have exact yet. I told Stankoven to get 40 goals. I just want him to get back to a 90, get that Star X factor back. Just be good. Misa, 40 assists. Kind of makes it even, right? If Stankoven could get 40 goals, Misha should be able to get 40 assists. Richie. Now, we move past the second line because I think they're kind of set. I kind of know what they're going to do. Cristal. I want him to get 20 assists. Then Richie, 20 goals on this third line. Why do I think they both can do it? They're playing with him. Right? Even if Crosby has to pass Richie the puck, as long as Cristal gives the playmaker Crosby the puck, then he gives it to Richie, should be a good, easy way. Now, defense. we only did our top 2 defenders. Spence and Shabbat, I'm kind of happy with on our second pair. 28, 32. Hag, 30. Thompson, 27. Bouchard, though, 29. He's a superstar. I want him to win the Norris. I want him to grow even if it's just a little bit. Landon DuPont, 89 overall. I told him to go get 40 assists. If he could do that, he'll grow. Now, goaltending, I told Ivan Vukovic to compete for the starting job, meaning he needs a 9-10. Now, will he get a 9-10? Depends how the team plays in front of him. I think this team is set up to help goaltending, especially we're really defensively heavy. So, it could really help Ivan Kovic. So, let's sim up to this first game. We'll sim through the preseason, and then we'll hop into that first game against the Calgary Flames. I know I haven't got him picked up a defenseman yet. John Cooper wants to talk with us. I will look at that once we get to the game with the Flames. Let's talk about our season goal this season. He thinks it's good enough to make the playoffs. Agree. I think we should strive for the second round yet again. Conditioning. Now, what I wanted to do conditioning one more time. I know puck control goes down, but I've been lowering their speed a little too much doing 5-on-5. I just want to get the speed back up a little bit. Then I might start doing a 5-on-5 again. So let's sim to that game against Calgary. We got Old, Verhov. We can't get Marchenko. That's what sucks. We can't get Norris. He's American. A lot of trades here. Froats was attached to that. I found out Froats is American, so we can't have him on the team. That was a computer auto-sim mistake, so I'm not really counting it, right? He's also a 7th round pick. He won't make the team. All we gotta do is just move him. I didn't want to move him immediately. I'll just move him in one of the trades. I'll just add him as, like, last little thing. To a trade here as we went 5-2-1 in the preseason, and now we're up against Calgary here in the first game. I think we just hop right into it, and then we'll worry about the defenseman after, because in real life, let's say, let's go worry about a defenseman at this game. He won't be at the game. He'll probably be at the Pittsburgh game. So, yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll be a scratch defenseman. Alright. Sim game. Let's go. First period is 2-0 Calgary. Cousins and Alcock. 2 on Ivan Kovic there. Second period, another one on Ivan Kovic. That save percentage is looking not great already as we hop into the third period here. Power play, nothing. Did I forget to fix our power play? It might have been a thing. And there's another one. Harvey Pinard on Ivan Kovic. Now, I just talked up our defense prior to the preseason saying we should be able to help Ivan Kovic, but now that's 4 straight, and we got shut out here against Calgary in our season opener. That is not great, and Ivan Kovic has taken a huge hit to his save percentage, so that goal might not look that obtainable. But, alright, so our first game against an either Toronto or Montreal team is here on the 24th. So, I'll see you guys on the 24th. I will sim up there off camera, and we'll see how we are then. Alright, before we hop into this Montreal game, I was going to try out a trade real quick. A 4th round pick and Cameron Schmidt. He's just not panning out to the fullest extent, and I feel like we have enough prospects above that we are able to part ways with him, and we're getting back Brian O'Rourke, a 27-year-old top 4 exact 81 overall defenseman. He can play both sides, Canadian, good guy for depth. And we also get a 3rd and a 4th back just because Cameron Schmidt still has some good value. What do they say? They say no. I thought the 4th was a little too much. They might take this 3rd. They do. So, we get a 3rd round pick in O'Rourke. We lose a 4th round pick, so we upgrade our 4th round pick to a 3rd round pick this year. We get a depth defenseman, but we also get rid of Cameron Schmidt, who kind of looked like a development failure for us this season. Let's head to, we gotta fix the AHL lines. It'd be pretty easy to fix. It's just that bottom line, just put someone in over him. Hopefully we have someone. We probably have a center, if anything. Scratchard. That's fine. Substitute online. Scratchard gets some AHL time. And I just want to double check. Ryan O'Rourke, is he up? So now we have the New York Islanders 3rd round pick. Is Workasuch NHL? Perfect. He's a scratch for us. Alright, I'll see you guys at the Habs game. Alright, we're at the Habs game and our record is looking a little bit better here. We went 3 straight after the Calgary Flames game. 4-2 wins against both Pittsburgh and Minnesota. 5-4 win against LA. And we got a point, at least, out of this Washington game with a 2-1 shootout loss. Now we're up against the Habs. I need to go back and watch all the episodes, go through and see how we're doing in total against the Habs. Now Montembeault will be starting. He's got the 3 wins. A 930 already. And we're going against Akita Tolopilo. Ooh. A big goaltender. That is for sure. Let's see how we do against the Habs here in game 1 of this season. First period. 1-0 Montreal. Second period. 1-1. Belch ties it up. Third period. Tied at once here. We're out shooting them like crazy, and there we go. One's bound to go in. Logan Stankoven. We are more than double their shots right now. Power play. A long power play, nothing out of it. Kirby Dach ties the game with 4 minutes to go. And we're going to head to overtime. Ooh, I don't know if I fixed the overtime lines. They could be a little screwed up here. Uh-oh. That scares me just a tiny bit here as we go CPU, CPU. Against the Habs here in overtime. Let's start it. Alright, we're here in overtime. They have such a better offense than we do. We got Stankoven out there. I'm hoping with Misa. It doesn't look like it though. It looks like Hagel. Bouchard picks it off. Hagel gets it to Stankoven. Moves it to Bouchard. He's got Hagel on the far side. Tries to send it over. McKenna picks it off. Now he gives it to Reinbacher. He's got Suzuki as well. Suzuki. Stankoven picks it off. Gets it to Hagel. He has a breakaway. Another bad pass by Suzuki, and Hagel slows down on the breakaway, gets stick check, and there goes Nick Suzuki on a breakaway. Hagel's going to catch up to him. Montembeault makes the save, and we'll cover. Overtime's almost done. I need to fix it. I think I should make it a little bit longer for overtime. This final minute will go by a little slow. Of course, Kiefer Sherwood's up there and hits. He's back on Colorado. As we got Misa and Newhook. Newhook wins it to Misa. Misa gets around. We have a delayed penalty. Bouchard's going to skate up. We'll have a bit of a power play as Lane Hudson steals the puck from Bouchard. We got a 4-on-3. Kirby Dach, the guy who tied the game, drinks a penalty here on the draw. Interference, I'm assuming. Yeah. I'm excited. Come on. But I don't know what our power play in overtime is going to look like. McLeod and Newhook. Stankoven, Misa, and Belch lead the team in points. That's exactly what we need. Newhook, McLeod with DuPont, and I'm assuming Bouchard. Bouchard in the middle, shot stopped by Tolopilo. Bat gets it up. We'll dump. They gotta waste time. This minute's gonna go by a little slower than the rest of the overtime period did, as McLeod, he has the speed to skate it up. He's gonna pass it off though. Bouchard to the middle. Slap shot by Bouchard, stopped by Tolopilo. Larson to York. Tried to go for the bump, but York's able to get the pass off to Beck. Beck's going to skate in, stripped by Bouchard. Moves it up to McLeod. Finds Newhook, who has time and space. Gives it to McLeod in the slot. A shot stopped by Tolopilo. Beck will pick it up. 15 seconds to go. They just got to get it down. Larson. Just got to waste time here. They're going to go for an opportunity. What a pass. Reinbacher goes for a move. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know why he went for a pass instead of a shot. But we're going to go to a shootout. 2 close chances there in overtime. One from McLeod, one from Bouchard. And Stankoven could have had one more if he just shot the puck. We're out shooting them 49-24. This game should be farther than it is. We will get a point. Montembeault and Gould will go up against Cole Caulfield. here in Quebec. Oh, he tries to go between the legs, but Montembeault stops it. And now Michael Misa will start. That's exactly who we want to start the shootout. Get some skill out there. Goes for the backhand, but Tolopilo reads it perfectly, and now Brendan Gallagher will go out. Oh, no, sorry, it's Gavin McKenna. Oh, goes one-handed. All these young kids trying tricky moves here. And now Hagel will skate in. And he goes with the old man back and forth. He stopped. Hagel's not that old, though. Suzuki skates in here. What a backhand, but what a better save by Montembeault. And now Bouchard, the assistant captain. Can he score? Stopped by Tolopilo. We're going to go to extra rounds here. As we got Lane Hudson. Back-to-back D-man. Going out there. Hudson goes in quick, forehand, backhand, stopped by Montembeault. And now we got, I don't see that. Oh, Newhook. Alex Newhook. Ooh, I like the move. I think he just pulled it off a little too late, and Tolopilo was able to check that away. The guy who tied the game, Kirby Doc. Will he score on Montembeault? No, he won't. And now who are we going to put up? McLeod? Stankoven. Oh, I didn't know we didn't put up Stankoven yet. That is a sneaky 5th round player. Shot stop by Tolopilo. No goals yet, and I feel like I'll jinx it. Knock on wood there, is we're going to get Frundell. A young team this Habs team is, and Frundell stopped. DuPont, we have young players too. Landon DuPont. Can he do it? Oh. That was probably the worst one so far. And yet it looked tricky on the goaltender. As here we got Joshua Waugh. Stopped by Montembeault. How long is this shootout gonna go? Jordan Spence. Skates in. Backhand, stopped by Tolopilo. Please don't go like 20 rounds. We got Slav. Finally. Stopped. Ah. Crosby. Here we go. If someone's gonna end it, it's gotta be the captain. Captain Canada. Oh, he's stopped by Tolopilo. Goaltenders have just been on this game. Heineman. Tolopilo has to be on. He's stopped 47. Stopped by Montembeault. 82? Is that what I see? Cristal. Okay. Stopped by Tolopilo. Duchesne. Did we try to sign him? I don't know if it was this offseason. Oh, he had it. What a save by Montembeault. He had that. Now it's McLeod. Here in round 10. What a save by Tolopilo. I think he's having the better game so far out of the goaltenders, Tolopilo, so he's got to show up, really. Reinbacher, his team's got to show up in front of him here. And Reinbacher doesn't even get a shot off. Beautiful play by Montembeault. And now Thomas Chabot. Defense, defense. I feel like our next few are going to be... Well, we already had 3 of our defense go. Stopped by Tolopilo. We're going to round 12. Kidney. I remember him. I forget what his first name is. Did do a Habs franchise mode, so I do remember. Wow, he goes between the legs on Montembeault and scores. He stops me mid-sentence. My jaw dropped. I didn't expect that. What a move. And now it's all up to 36. Barron. Come on, Barron. Stopped by Tolopilo and we lose the game in a shootout. Are you serious? Oh, to Kidney. Tolopilo as well. I will have to give it to Tolopilo. What a game he had. 3-2 loss in the shootout after stopping 47 shots. You're telling me we shot 49 times and we only scored twice and we lost the game? That's a little disappointing. Our next game here is against the Leafs. Let's simp through. It's not too far away. It's not far away enough to where I will start to worry about goaltending. We do have a bit. We have a positive record though, as there's a loss. Simon Benoit, he's on Burnaby. We'll just replace him. Montembeau's out. Well, that's why we have Marc-Andre Fleury. I didn't see how long he's out though. So we'll bring Flower up. We'll go put him in the lines. I didn't see how long Montembeau's out though, so it could be quick, it could be long. If it was long, I'd go pick up Aiden Hill. Or Carter George. I don't know how good Ivan Kovic is doing. It looks like, yeah, he hasn't won a game. He has an 800 save percentage. His season's not looking good so far. Beckman moves up to the starter in the AHL. I'm just waiting for Montembeau to be back. If we get to the... That's Simon Benoit. If we get to the Toronto game and he's not back, okay, I'll go look, because we'll definitely be able to go see 5-3-2. We're in a playoff spot. That's good. We need to start winning a little bit more though. I didn't really see how we did on iPress calendar, of course. Come on now, it's not that hard to figure out. We're in the NHL here, but we go out to calendar, we're in the AHL. Fix your game, EA. They won't. Let's see how players are doing, at least. That's what I want to see. I guess he came in for Ivan Kovic. 12 points for Stankoven in, is that as many games? In 10 games. It's good to DuPont's leading defense in points. 9 assists for Misa, 7 goals. It's looking good for those goals. Rookie points. I don't think we have any rookies. One thing I want to go to is injury report. We could go pick up Carter George. If he's going to be out for long, November. It's November right now. I think we're good to stick with Fleury for a little bit. If Montembeau was out for like months, though, I'd go pick up Aiden Hill, and then when he came back, I'd send down Ivan Kovic, because his season's not off to a great start. But let's hop into this game against the Leafs with Marc-Andre Fleury in net. First period, 1-0 Toronto. Danford, second period. Stankoven ties the game. So it's a 1-1 game here going into the third. Ryan McLeod makes it 2-1. We have the lead. Power play. We get another one. Alex Newhook on the power play. Power play for Toronto. Good shutdown. I keep saying Toronto. I think I've said that twice now. The team that eliminated us from the playoffs last year, we're going to pick up a win here against them in the first game of the season. That's perfect. Hildeby was that goaltender they put in, and he shut us down. They had Stolars in. They're like, let's get Hildeby in. See how he does. And, yeah. Benoit's hurt again. Marc-Andre Fleury now. 972, 071 in 2 games played so far. I think he's going to be our starter for the rest of the season. Obviously a joke. But as our next game against either one of those two teams, it looks like we're going to go the rest of November without a game. It looks like we will go the rest of December without a game against them. And we're going to go all the way to January. Alright, so I'll send the end of November. And I will catch up with you guys then, because we're going to have a whole Sammy Montembeau coming back. So, yeah, I'll see you guys at the Edmonton game here on December 1st. Alright, I would say that we kind of evened out, but at the same time, we did win a lot of games. So, we lost a little more than I would hope. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 regulation losses, 1 OT loss, OT shootout loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins in that month. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. It's all losses. 5, 6, 7. 7. I didn't count the Oilers one. So 1 more loss on top of that. Yeah. We got those 7 wins, which is helping us. We're still second in that division. We're still top of the division. Let's see. Yeah. Just it looks great for our players, mainly Stankoven. Let's see here. Is Montebo still up there? Montebo could fall down a little bit, I would think, because he did get hurt again, but he still looks great. Fleury, here's the thing. If Montebo gets hurt for an extended period of time, to where it's still enough to where we could just play Fleury a little bit, and then send Fleury down yet again. If Fleury plays really good, Ivan Kovic is getting sent down because Fleury has played great in the 2 games that he has. All right, let's hop over to this game against Toronto. A win against Dallas is huge. Callum Ritchie's out. I did forget to say this. I'm just going to do this for now. Sidney Crosby is out currently with an injury. Not anymore. Looks like it's just Callum Ritchie who is out with an injury. I'm fine with Sammy Blais playing on that line. You know what? I moved NYA. Because, yeah, we'll just move NYA up here. And then we'll switch Blais back to Ritchie and then switch the lines back. Oh, and we're at the wrong month, so we'll just wait. And there we go. We're at the Toronto game. Let's see. 2 losses, 3 wins, just over 500. And we're only 3 points back of the Maple Leafs. I say that sadly because they're back to up to where we are. Let's look at this other division. Yeah, they are going to be fighting for that divisional spot more than a wildcard spot. We have to worry about the teams in our division. That's why this is such a big game. We could get closer to the Leafs here with a huge win against Caden Primo. We got 2 former Montreal Canadian goaltenders who are playing for Montreal rivals now. As here we go. Montebo versus Primo. First period, 2-0 Toronto. Second period, 3-0 Toronto. Is that Giovanni Smith? I haven't heard that name in a while. Power play, we don't get anything off of it. And Toronto gets a 4th. I'm going to send the rest of this game. It looks over. 5-0 Toronto. It is over. We get shut out in Toronto trying to catch up to them. Now, that is kind of fine, right? I'd rather lose to I'd rather get closer to Toronto, but also at the same time, the games that are more important are the games against Montreal, Ottawa, Tampa, and Florida. Yeah, this division is really close except for the Sabres. Sabres are still in mediocrity. When is our next game against one of those 2 teams? We don't have one. So, what are our important games? So let's see. An important game would be not this month. It would be against Florida here on the 6th. Let's go to that game. We're almost at the trade deadline. And with how Montebo's playing, I don't think our move would be to replace Montebo. I think our move might be just to pick up a backup goaltender and send Ivan Kovic down for the rest of the season. Utah Hockey Club fired Turney. I'm not too sure what else. Defense, we don't have to worry about defense. I'm not going to think about that at all. Just try to think offensively. Where we're at. Callum Ritchie's back. That is huge for our team. That is a 3rd line guy that we desperately need. Any growth from our players? While we look, no growth from those younger guys so far. I was hoping Ritchie would get back up to where he was. 86 overall a couple seasons ago. Has he had disappointing seasons, or has it more just been like a weird regression? So he had that 50. He didn't do worse, like that much worse. It was the minus 27 that was probably like screwing him over. But yeah, he's not too bad, I don't think. Let's see. Or, not let's see. Let's get back over here to the simming. Yeah, it's just weird that he's fallen. I mean, he's not producing as much, sure. But I wish that he stayed in 86. I just haven't seen that before. It was just a little weird to me. A win there against Colorado. Win against San Jose. We're keeping our streaks up. I like it. Canadians have passed us. Panthers are in that wild card spot, so this would be a good way to extend that point differential. Then we'll go to this Tampa game, and then we'll go to the Calgary game, to the trade deadline. Forwards, I'm trying to think if we need anything. We'll see. Let's get through this game against the Panthers. First period, 5-0 Matthew Tkachuk with a natural hat trick. Second period, 6-0. Let's do it. Third period, 9-0. What happened? Was Ivan Kovic playing? Who was our goalie? It was Ivan Kovic. Okay, and then Montembeault even got lit up with 3 goals on 6 shots. Or 9 shots, sorry. Oh my god. Man, what a game for Florida. We just got destroyed. That does not help Montembeault's save percentage at all. I mean, Montembeault's not going for a Vezina this season. Did I see who I thought I saw? Did I see who I thought I saw? Oh, you know what? Let's go to this game against Columbus. Unless they switch him. Unless they switch him last second. They don't. That's the Devin Levi I know. That is the Devin Levi I know. Before last season. Not a great looking Devin Levi. For $9 million. Thank God. First period. 2 goals on Devin Levi, both by Stankoven. Second period. Another one, Cristal. I was hoping to be Stankoven for a hat trick. Power play for Columbus. We kill it off. We have a good... nope. We have the most dangerous lead in hockey. Vancouver Canucks man at 3-0 leads, the most dangerous lead for us. Power play, we don't get anything. We just gotta hold it. We just gotta hold it. For Miso with the empty netter, we do it, we hold it, and we pick up a huge victory against our former goaltender, scoring 3 on him and picking up an empty netter in the process. And that feels better after that game, doesn't it? Our next game is against Tampa. So let's go to that game. Let's sim it. Let's sim it for fun. Sim game. First period. 2-1. Stankoven and Bouchard. Moser got theirs. 5. We got 3 more from Belch, McLeod, and Barron. And Kucherov got 1 for them. Third period. Come on, boys. Just gotta hold it. Power play. Can we kill it? Yes, we do. Power play for us. Can we score? No, but that's fine. We have a 3-goal lead. Oh, Brazeau. Oh, our former player, Brazeau. I didn't see that. Brazeau plays for the Lightning now. We let him go in free agency. Just didn't feel like paying him, but we pick up a 5-3 win against Tampa. That is huge. Huge. I'm pretty sure they're the team that are on the outskirts of the wild card, so it's good to extend our points lead against them. And after a huge, kind of embarrassing loss to Florida, 2 huge wins, and we are kind of set. We're 1 point behind Montreal, 4 points behind Toronto. Can we push for that final playoff spot? You know what? The deadline might be make or break. I think in terms of Ivan Kovic, we go pick up a backup goaltender like Aiden Hill. Just kind of like a 1-2. Michael Meese is out until February 20th. It's February 12th. I'm going to do head coach replaces player for now. I know I'm very risky when it comes to that, but if it's like a short-term injury, he should be back by that Seattle game or by the Buffalo game. As we pick up 3 straight, that's kind of my fault. That is my fault. Because we have Sammy Blais playing on the first line with Stankoven and Meese, or Stankoven and Belch. I am upset Belch hasn't grown. You would think he would. Has DuPont grown? He's a 90 overall now. That's perfect. This is our guy. 30 assists already. I told him to get 40. Alright, I am sorry. I actually ran out of storage space on my computer. I didn't know where it cut off. I didn't put Misa back in, did I? I just gotta check if I put Misa back in. We pick up a win there. A couple losses. Doesn't really help our case. We're still far away from Tampa, so that's a good thing. We drop into a wild card spot. Did I put Misa back in the lineup? Please say I did. Okay, we were rocking with Misa there for a bit. Alright, I don't know where that cut off. In editing, it might take a weird jump. I apologize. I just noticed the notification there on my screen. Didn't know if that was close to where we were or farther from where we were. But right now, we are a couple games from the trade deadline. Let's hop into the trade. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's hop into the trade deadline. Verhoff is hurt. That's fine. A loss against Chicago. A win against New York. A loss. We're 10 points above, but we dropped to the final wildcard spot. We're definitely a buyer. Let's head into this deadline. We need to make... I don't know. I kind of want to make a big splash, but at the same time, I don't want to put too much risk. The first thing I will do is go to Vegas and ask, hey, Aiden Hill, how does that sound? Now, my original trade with these guys would have given them Montembeau, with how Montembeau's playing this season. Yeah, I don't want to give him up. How is Aiden Hill playing this season? 898. He's played a lot, though. He's going to play a lot less with us. I feel like it's still better than Ivan Kovic, right? 880, 5 wins in 20 games. Yeah. You know what? Let's check Carter George. How's Carter George doing? 903 at 23 years old, 84 medium elite. So if we add him to the trade, it won't be Montembeau. I'm not going to give up any of our goaltenders yet unless they tell us to. We'll add a third for this year, a third for next year, and Riley Height. I feel like that's a lot. At the moment, that's a lot. No too many goaltenders. So if we get rid of... Sorry, I want that. Thanks Seattle for offering it, though. We get rid of our third. So we move our fourth, fourth, Schmidt for O'Reilly, and... Or we move, yeah. Our fourth, Schmidt, Height for O'Reilly, and Carter George would be the move if this goes through. It will go through. Ivan Kovic will be sent down. My worry is, does Ivan Kovic need waivers? No. It would say waiver eligible. You know what? Let's go pick up Carter George. That's the only thing we're going to do. I'm very stand pat with this team. I think offensively, defensively, we are fine. I think that goaltending is what our issue is at the moment, especially with Ivan Kovic as our backup. He got some experience in the NHL, but he needs to go back to the AHL and figure out what he needs to do here. As if we go to goaltenders, Ivan Kovic should be down here with Fleury. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. You need to sit down here for just a little bit longer. I'm worried about him at the moment, but let's get the rest of the season done. Let's see where we finish. Let's hope we could clinch that playoff spot a little early. We have a game against Toronto and a game against Montreal. I'm just going to sim to the final 5 games. This recording is going a little long. I apologize. Let's see if we clinch within that spot. Alright, we're having a conversation here with John Cooper after we are just going on a 6-game win streak real quick. Let's see. John Cooper, oh, I know what he's going to say. We have made a playoff spot. We have clinched the playoffs. Our division is crazy, though. We are final wildcard spot. Which means we will probably play the Maple Leafs in the first round, unless that's a 7-game win streak right here. There's a first loss in 8 games. We're going to play the Senators. Oh, the Maple Leafs have fallen out. The Panthers, the Senators are up there. The Canadiens, who we have to catch up to. Canadiens will play the Rangers if we don't pass them. Alright, final 5 games. Let's see how we do here. Carolina, we get a loss. Ugh. Vegas, a win. Did Montreal pick up a win, though? We're close to them. We're only 1 point. A huge win. And on a loss, we're going to finish with 100 points, and that is good for 5th in our division. That is crazy. That is insane. No 100 points, 100 points, 3, 5 100 points. We are in the hardest division in the entire league, and we finished 5th. I think that's our best season. I don't know if we got 100 points last year. Senators with 105. That's who we're going to end up playing. The Panthers have 1 more point ahead of us. Montreal had 2. Toronto with 4. And I'm going to sim over a little bit. Might just need 1 or 2 here. We are playing the Ottawa Senators. That is correct. AHL season's over as well. They did not make the playoffs. That sucks for them. Let's back out here, get to the main screen, and see. I don't know if anybody hit their goals so far. Let's see if anybody hit their goals. Stat Central. We know one person who definitely didn't hit his goal, and that is Ivan Kovic. Newhook leads the team in points. Should have gave him a goal. He probably would have hit it. All right. Let's see here. Bouchard, Norris. Maybe. We'll see later. DuPont. 40 assists. Bingo. Stankoven. 40 assists. Oh no, 40 goals. He did not hit it. He got 40 assists though. Misa. 40 assists. Bingo, he almost had 50. Richie. 20 goals and Cristal 20 assists. Crosby has more goals than assists. That kind of worries me for these guys. Belch did not have that great of a year. He was good at the start. He just really fell off. Oh, it does not look like these guys hit their goals. Whoa. Horrid seasons from these two. They both did not hit their goals. Ivan Kovic does not hit his goal. Now, since the Norris is an offensive defenseman, do we have any rookie skaters? No. Goaltending, let's see how they did. 907, 903. Carter George since coming to Quebec. 8-4 with a 915 and a 261. Hell yes. Go to defenseman. Did not have any rookies. Clicking AHL by accident. Let's go to the entire league. Now, since it's an offensive defenseman award, it's going to be either Cale Makar or Quinn Hughes. Let's see. Yeah, Cale Makar, Morgan Riley, and then Evan Bouchard. So I don't think Bouchard wins the rest this season, but he's definitely top 3 in voting. Quinn Hughes didn't have that great of a season, nor did Adam Fox. Cale Makar had just another great season. It's Cale Makar. What do you expect otherwise from him? But that is about it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next episode. The video on your right is the video from Wednesday. The video on your left is the video from Monday. Subscribes are just underneath, and we will start our playoff run for 2nd year in the playoffs here against the Ottawa Senators. I'll see you guys then. Bye.